Greetings, otakus. You have just stumbled upon the greatest show in the world. If you're into all things anime and Japanese culture, then Senpai Heidi, Senpai Paul have what you need. Do you feel that? That feeling of comfort, knowing you're in a safe place to express your fandom. Think of your hosts as guides, all-seeing, all-knowing. No, think of them as the broth in your ramen. Think of me. Isn't my voice amazing? Whatever you may do, promise me one thing. You'll sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is the Shonen Shojo ShoShow!
Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Shonen Shojo ShoShow with your host, me, Peanut Mac, and one of my best friends, Paul.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. This is our second episode. We will be dropping the podcast every other Wednesday. With that said, we do want to thank all of you who listened to our pilot episode, no matter how convoluted it may have been.
I did not sound my best.
And I mean, you know, we are working on that. But because of that, though, because you listened, we were ranked number 11 in the United States on Apple Podcasts. That is incredible.
It is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I know. It's like, be still, my beating Kokoro.
Give us time to get our stuff together.
And I'm like, and because you listened, don't forget, be like the Stray Kids album and leave those 5-star reviews. If you are a stay, you get that reference. I'm sorry, Paul, you do not.
Wait, what was the reference?
If you're a stay, you get the reference. I said, be like a Stray Kids album and leave those 5-star reviews. It's their
Are you going to tell them to smash the like button?
Well, I'm not gonna...
We're not on YouTube, but I would, you know, if you really wanted to go down that route, we can do that.
Well, okay. Well, you're ruining my monologue.
Smash the like button.
Okay, well, back to my monologue. It's not that. I'm not saying smash the like button, but I'm continuing. We will be going live on YouTube for some of our episodes. So if you would like to join the conversation, head over to YouTube and type Evan Mac in the search bar. That will take you to my real life husbando's channel. You will be able to see where ours and other fun podcasts live. Subscribe and turn on those notifications so you know this is a safe space to enjoy your fandom. And words from the great LA Knight, you know, let me talk to you. Some WWE references. Because, you know, I have lots of fandom. So yes, on another note, before we continue, we do now have a sponsor as well. Head over to Instagram to follow at Geek Renaissance. You will find all kinds of geekdom ready for your purchase to put a smile on your face. So keep listening to us right now on this podcast to find out the that discount code for your geeky delight. And then today, we will be talking about McDonald's.
What was that? How do you spell that website?
At Geek Renaissance.
Geek Renaissance. Okay. I did not hear that the first time.
At Geek Renaissance. Thank you. In case you did not hear me, it is at Geek Renaissance. You can spell it the exact way you would spell geek and Renaissance. So I'm not.
It makes sense.
You know, I'm not going to be out here trying to type that for you. So it is the English language correct spelling, Geek Renaissance. But past that now, that is our sponsor. We'll talk about her some more again later. But today we will be talking about McDonald's. Yeah, we'll be talking about McDonald's.
Yeah.
And the new Avatar live action on Netflix. When good things go bad. Well, I mean,
way to be negative, but yeah.
We're not negative, okay? It's an overview, okay, people? It's an overview where you might not know what we mean until we get there. And then next, after that, our retro rewind of the day, our views on animation in general, and what we're watching now. Oh, huzzah! So yes, today's podcast is going to be pre-recorded. It'll be just our voices, so, you know, sit down, enjoy a boba tea, whatever you want. Sit in the car.
Pull up a chair, you know, pour that Earl Grey hot.
Make it so. Gosh, so many stupid references. All right.
We're all over the place today.
We are all over the place. It's
Wheels
totally
are already
fine.
coming off.
They're already coming off, but hey, you know, this is what we do. That's why you're here listening, because we just like to have fun. And you're here to have fun with us. Okay, let's have fun. So, as my husband would say, I'm being very corny. And you know, it's okay. I live off that.
You are quite corny. Yes, you are the Leslie Knope of anime.
I am the Leslie Knope of anime. Oh my god. That's my moniker now.
Yeah. It's pretty spot on.
So yes. So why would we talk about McDonald's, y'all? What? Why McDonald's and anime? I don't know if any of you guys have been paying attention to it, but that's like our news for the week. McDonald's is joining forces with anime, because if you are a lover of anime, even in manga, or like not well-known manga, if you see them going to like restaurants and stuff, you'll see their version of McDonald's in the background.
Yes.
Like, yeah. So I mean, there's numerous sites reporting on this, but we took ours from today.com. And it was from Joseph Lamore. The title of it is Why McDonald's is Flipping its M to Become WcDonald's.
Yes.
And yeah, if you don't know, I mean, you know, every company in the world likes to sue. So so if you don't have permission of certain, like, you know, big corporations, you can get sued. So a lot of these, like when you're reading manga or watching an anime, you'll see things, you know, but they change letters. So that's what the W, they'll put the M upside down, and that's why it's becoming McDonald's. And I guess McDonald's is, like, you know, embracing it.
Yeah. When I first saw this, I didn't see the connection, and then I read the article, and I was like, I said to myself, every anime that I see when they go to a McDonald's, it isn't McDonald's. It is
the colors,
most
everything.
likely a WcDonald's, and it brought up like all these different animes that I had watched, and also they do this with Apple products. They'll put,
yes,
like,
all the time.
pineapples.
Yes. I've seen pineapples. I've seen I've seen peaches too. I've seen peaches.
Yeah. So when I saw this, I thought it was pretty fun and weird, and then when I realized what they were doing,
yes, they're embracing
I
it.
Completely signed on.
You know, there's some weebs in that company because they feel like this is gonna be great,
and
marketing.
It's perfect. They don't have to do anything.
No.
It's already set up, and if you know, you know.
So yeah, so I think I'm like, what's amazing is, okay, so what's really funny is before we did this today's podcast, I didn't even think about it. The other day, I did get McDonald's. I used the app. We're giving them free press right now. I'm like, I use the app all the time because, yeah, you get points and it's great. So I go through the drive-through, get my McDonald's, and I like never look at the bag, but for some reason, I could tell the bag was different. And when I looked at the bag, they actually had like a manga style frame on it. And it was like anime characters. And I was like, I was like doing things. So I like just threw the bag on the floor. So I was like, what is that?
Set the scene for me. Okay. You're in the drive-thru. You order your Happy Meal with nuggies.
Yeah.
You get the bag.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're in an isekai anime.
I am.
And it felt different. It hit different.
It did hit
Those
different.
nuggies hit different with the sweet
They
and
did.
sour.
The fries. They did. It was the details. The details.
Yes. My go-to dipping sauce, by the way, honey mustard. Just saying.
You know, for my nuggies, I like the honey.
Just straight up honey?
Just straight up honey. I've loved it since I was a kid. And because...
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, right. I loved it since I was a kid. It's like the only ones I do that with. They're McDonald's chicken nuggets. Is like, I don't do that at home. I don't like...
Almost like a hack. Like... You don't hear people doing that too often. You're a unicorn.
No, it's the same thing with like, because people do the fries with their Frosty, but
which I never got.
Oh, I do it too, and I love it.
I judge you for it.
Okay, judge me.
I don't.
I'm basic that
I'm
way.
not going to yuck your yum. However,
Yeah.
I did it. I tried it. I
It's-
don't get it.
see, that's
tastes
so
like
interesting.
fries covered in Frosty.
Yeah, it's like the
And I
sweet,
like
the sweet and
fries.
salty. I don't know.
No.
Yes.
Agree to disagree.
I know. Well, so that's like, did you ever put your fries in your burger?
I'm sure I have. Not
I s-
necessarily with fast food burgers, because I like the setup that I normally have,
Oh,
which is the
okay.
normal setup as a red-blooded American.
Oh God.
But yeah, next time I see you at Wendy's and you have a
But
Frosty
no.
with fries,
Okay, yeah, the
I'm
Wendy's I
going
do
to
that.
slap them out of your hand and just say, you
And-
can't enjoy what you enjoy.
And
then we're gonna move on.
childhood Heidi will cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't do that with McDonald's. No, so like with I put fries in my burger. I do that at McDonald's. There's things I only do at McDonald's, and then I do that, just the Frosty fry thing, at Wendy's. Wendy's to me has the best honey mustard. They have my favorite.
I agree.
Okay.
100%.
Yo, and I can't get that honey mustard anywhere else. So like whenever I get them and I don't use them, I hoard them. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, what? But
The truths across the universe, like you can. There are some truths across the universe.
Seriously.
And one of them is that
life hack.
Wendy's honey mustard is fantastic.
It's the best. Talking about sauces, along with this McDonald's thing, they are going to have an exclusive sauce. It's their savory chili McDonald's sauce. And of course, I'm Asian. And I'm like, oh, that's an Asian sauce, y'all. That's just...
Well, the first thing comes to mind is they're pulling a Rick and Morty, and you should have learned your lesson.
I know, but it does. I mean, this sauce is very close to what I would make at home with my adobo and stuff. But it's ginger, garlic, soy, and they put a little chili flakes in it. So I'm like, yeah, that's a wing sauce. I've had that wing sauce before. So I am gonna try it if I can get it. I'm gonna try it. But yeah, they're gonna have that. They're gonna pull that sauce out too.
You can look forward to the new Heidi on the Street segment.
There'll be some of those coming soon.
Yes.
But yeah, no, and so yeah, they created a whole anime with these characters and stuff. I love all the characters. If you go to the today.com article that we're looking at, you can see a picture of the characters that they created. And that's the thing. I didn't realize, I suck, because I don't have the bag anymore. Just means I have to go get more McDonald's. Or sorry, WcDonald's.
Of course, yes.
The anime version. But on the bag, they have a scan code that when you do that, there's going to be 4 animes mangas. 4 mangas you can read. And actually, one of them started on Monday. The Race to McDonald's. It dropped February 26th. And this short covers a rivalry strong enough to withstand the test of time as our 2 heroes embark on an epic race to McDonald's.
Oh my God. No. Okay. I didn't know that they were doing this, but in my mind, I thought they were doing this. And in my mind, I was saying to myself, this is a horrible idea. And then I realized...
Oh, no, they are animes. Sorry, I lied. They are animes, not mangas.
Yeah.
They're animes.
And then I realized I can have an anime version of Ronald McDonald having a shonen battle with Grimace and the Hamburglar. And
that is epic.
Horrible. I want to see that. And all of a sudden, the little McNuggets come out of nowhere and start attacking like bees. I would pay money to watch that.
It sounds so epic. But yeah, that one already dropped. So if you go to McDonald's and you get the bag scan the code and get your anime on, then the other 3, Love from Across the Booth drops March 4th. Hey, I'm probably gonna watch them just because we're an anime podcast. I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it. The next one.
Okay, stop. What do you think Love Across the Booth? What the storyline is gonna be? Just knowing the McDonald's mascots, what do you think it's gonna be?
Well, guys, I read a lot of romance stuff, so I'm like, it has to be teenagers, probably but they tell you what it is, so.
Well, I was gonna say it's that little Tweety bird, the little bird, mascot, and she's just like, "Oh, Ronald," and it's just gonna be horrible. He's "Oh, Senpai Ronald."
You're like, "Hey, girl, you my waifu." Okay, no, it says the two protagonists discover that McDonald's sauce and McNuggets aren't the only perfect pairing. False.
I'm laughing because it's so good. McDonald's sponsor us, please.
I know, so it's so like we're laughing with you. We're laughing in joy of
it's
things
great.
that have come together.
It's
No,
so great. It's as great as the McDonald's product itself.
because okay, guys, if you don't know, fast food chains are just as popular in Japan as they are here, and
more so.
Oh my gosh! Like, if you didn't know, KFC is like the number one Valentine's Day split place for couples.
Christmas.
And Christmas, you're right.
Yeah.
And Christmas, because Christmas is not like Christmas for us. Christmas is more of a couple thing, unless you have children. But it's not like a whole family thing. It's usually couples. So couples go to KFC on Christmas for the fried chicken. But we're not talking about KFC. We're talking about McDonald's. So, so March 11th is the next one. It's WcNuggets Space Frontier 3000.
Oh my god. Okay. McDonald's, you're drunk. Go home.
I can't help myself. This is amazing. This short covers a team of McDonald's pilots who must protect the last WcNugget against an ominous force.
What is the ominous force?
I don't know.
The consumer?
KFC coming. They're coming to take their sauce for their fried chicken.
King's on our flank, sir.
Wendy's is always there. They're always behind us, though. They're following far behind. Okay, but oh shoot. Okay, and then the last one drops March 18th. The Wisdom of the Sauce. Sounds like a Star Wars ripoff. No,
it really does.
This short is about 3 women who are transported to a distant land to unravel a mystery surrounding McDonald's elusive sauce before it's gone forever.
Oh my god, there's so much. There's so much I could say, and I'm not
so much to unpack there.
It's obviously it is a deep story and plot.
Yes.
There are many layers, like an onion or an ogre, that need to be,
I'm like, I mean, again, this is a clean podcast for the most part. But
if I could use my big boy words, it would be grandiose. I assure you.
Every once in a while, we might throw a 18 over one.
Accidentally on my
rated.
part. Accidentally, it's gonna happen at some point. Just brace yourselves.
That last one, I could think of many. Many ways that story could go.
They go to the planet
not appropriate
and
for the younger crowd.
The milkshake machine doesn't work, and they're like, "This is why." I don't know.
But hey, it does take talented people to do that. I mean, we're laughing, yes, but
sure.
They it looks like it says they partnered with an animation house, Studio Perot, to produce the first.
Ring a bell.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but produced the first official McDonald's anime. But there is also, let's see here. Oh no, so the characters I was talking about, again, very talented person, a Japanese manga artist and illustrator who has worked with DC Comics, Warner Brothers, and more. Aki Bright, they're the ones that drew up the characters, and they look fantastic. They look pure anime. They're fantastic.
For some reason, when I clicked on the article, I didn't see any of that. So I'll need to go back and go back and look. But I mean, when I first heard of Kingdom Hearts, I thought it was a very, very dumb idea, and then I saw the trailer, and even though Kingdom Hearts is kind of dumb now, it was just.
Oh my gosh! I remember when everyone was obsessed. Yeah, they did. I remember when everyone was obsessed with that. They were all dressing like that. Everyone was.
So McDonald's make 2024 very weird and be the new leader in anime.
I cannot wait to go to a convention and see people cosplay this as McDonald's characters, please. Somebody.
That would be actually amazing.
Because there's a couple here that are not too hard. There's actually a girl with pink hair. Her outfit I could probably find online. It looks like she has like a yellow backpack, but she has pink hair, bangs. It's in a side pony, and she's got like a pink shirt, and like it might be a black skirt, but you only see that part up top, like her waist up kind of. So, but I was like, that'd be a super easy cosplay. but I love because they do have, the people that work at McDonald's. So they have a bunch of characters, like a girl with green hair and a guy with like blue spiky hair, like, and they have the McDonald's like work outfits on. Or sorry, McDonald's is the upside down. So, and there's a guy with a neck tattoo and an eye patch.
That's your standard McDonald's worker.
That is apparently.
No, that checks out. I've been to some McDonald's.
Yeah, no, it's true. And it's not a bad thing, y'all. I have lots of tattoos too, guys.
She has 3 eye patches.
I do have 3 eye patches. So one of the last things I wanted to say about it, though, which I thought was really cool, I was like, I was going to send husbando to be a field reporter, but he'll be in Vegas and not in Los Angeles, of course, in LA. And today, if you're listening to this podcast today, the tickets open today. They are doing an immersive dining experience in LA from the March 9th to the 10th. And you can go in Los Angeles. You can go to this, what does it say? Multi-sensory dining experience where guests can enter the McDonald's universe through 360 projection mapping and tabletop projections inspired by the 4 animes, the episodes. So yeah, you can actually go to it. And I was trying to be like, Evan, go, Evan, go.
Evan Mack doesn't want to go.
No,
to an anime McDonald's experience.
Of course he wants to go. Of course.
You're telling me
he would totally go.
Evan Godzilla Mac doesn't want to go to a fast food conglomerate experience.
Of course he does.
For shame.
If that was if they had one going on in New York, I would be driving up there. Because the tickets go on right now on Open Table. If people are familiar with Open Table. So yeah, you can go buy. I don't know if you have to buy them or if you just have to reserve a spot, but I'm sure it's going to be super busy. I'm sure LA loves their lines, so I'm sure it's going to be a crazy long line. But you got 2 days to do it.
That's just enough time to get into the traffic.
Exactly. It's so true. So everyone go enjoy your McDonald's manga, your anime, your packaging, the new savory chili McDonald's sauce. Get your anime McDonald's on, everybody.
Yes, do the thing that you just said.
Yes, do the do.
Live your best life.
Make good choices.
Wait. Is do a Pepsi product? Are we cross-branding?
We did. Yeah, they do Coca-Cola products, don't they? Yeah, we cross-branded. I think they do because Dasani's always there, and that's a Coca-Cola product. So
what's funny? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. We're not branded.
No,
so. No. Only at Geek Renaissance. We're going to talk about the new live action. Don't laugh at me.
That you guys was very cute.
You can't see him laugh at me. I was trying to sound professional, y'all.
It was good. It was good. But I heard in your voice you laughing, and I'm like, yeah, she knows. I don't got to say anything.
You don't know me.
I appreciate the hustle.
You don't know me for 20 years. Get off my back. All right. So, yes, we're going to talk about Avatar, the new live action on Netflix.
Yeah. Have you seen any of it?
No. I'm excited to watch it. I forget if they put out a bunch of it or if they're doing this. Out. They did put it all out. Okay, yes. So because some of them they like to put episodes out once a week kind of thing, like regular TV, and then some they put the whole thing out. So I didn't check, and I wanted to be able to watch all of it, sit there and binge it. But because Avatar was never really my thing.
Have you watched the series?
I have not watched anything Avatar.
Oh my God! Oh, that is a missing.
Come at me, weebs. Come at me.
We're not coming at you. We're bringing you in like family.
No, I loved looking at it because I love that creature that they fly. The Appa, is that Appa?
Appa, yeah.
Appa's adorable.
Oh my God! Yes, he's my 4th favorite character in the series.
I did lie. I did watch that horrible rendition of a movie. I am Night Shyamalan.
We don't talk about that. And I am a defender of M. Night
Shyamalan. I love M. Night. Also, Philly.
For the most part, I can
He's a
admit that some of his movies
Pennsylvania
are
boy.
not great,
Yeah.
including and especially the Avatar movie.
Yeah, I don't know
just see
why he took that on.
greatness. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just see greatness in
Yeah.
what he does. That was not it, though.
Yeah, I really never understood that call because his his style is specific to him, and I like I said, there's only a few movies I actually don't care for too much, but because I like his like newer things.
See, here's a story I don't know if you know.
The Village.
No.
I knew about.
when
There's
Avatar,
there's an old ass story from
when Avatar was being filmed.
from him and his roommates from college.
When Avatar was being filmed, they were filming in Philadelphia and the Philadelphia areas because
Of
M. Night
course.
Shyamalan is from Philadelphia.
He's a Philadelphia guy.
I was scheduled to be, or at least audition for a waterbender.
Oh my God, yes.
And I was going to go with a group of people, and I ended up getting very, very hurt. And
like,
when I hurt my face.
Oh, it was then.
And because of that, I couldn't do it. But a lot of my friends got in. Or at least at the time, my friends got in.
I mean, you might not see him in editing.
That's how I know that things happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I hurt myself, so like by accident, so I wouldn't have to have my face in that goddamn movie.
Come down with the G word. Remember, we have to be a little clean, brah.
Oh, I didn't realize that counted. Okay, fine.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Oh my God, kids, earmuffs.
Yeah, earmuffs. Sorry, you didn't say. You were supposed to say it beforehand.
Oh my God. The amount of anime they're gonna watch. I
know. Yeah, we're honestly.
So. Yeah, so the live action Avatar, the new one.
Oh yeah, no, way better, more culturally appropriate, all the things.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's great. I mean, it's way better than the movie.
I know. I'm excited. I do want to watch it. I know. Yeah, even though I've not watched like the anime, I want to watch it.
So you should watch it. The one thing that I'm going to warn you about with the Nicktoon, because it is a Nicktoon, is that it is pretty kiddie in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean,
as it goes,
I think that's why I didn't get into it.
And like more adult, and then the next season,
a lot of animes do that.
Murder suicides and stuff like on
screen. Oh my!
Yeah, it's crazy.
Goodness gracious!
But it's a very, very good series. What I will say about this Netflix Avatar is that I've watched about 4 or 5 episodes. I haven't finished it.
Mm-hmm.
I had an entire weekend to watch it, and I didn't. And I thought I was enjoying it as I was watching it. And then I stopped, and I had no urge to go and watch it again. There were very good bits of it. Like, they're not sticking 100% to the Nicktoon, but and they're changing a bunch of things, and some work and some do not. It seems like they don't exactly know what they're doing.
Interesting.
My favorite character is a character named Sokka, who is the older brother of Katara, who is the main waterbender of the group. The guy who playing it is he's fine. He doesn't. Sokka. I tend to like characters who are comedic. And And Sokka is very comedic and smart, and he's kind of the strategist of the group. And there's plenty of time for him to
work up to that.
But he's not the same. It's not the same at all. The acting from the younger crowd, which is the main guy Aang.
He's Filipino.
Yes,
and I'm gonna go into that after you're done.
And Katara, they're not great because they're kids. I'm not gonna get on them for it. The person who plays Uncle Iroh, or Iroh, however you want to say, he's by far the best cast person in this entire show.
Is that Angry Appa? Is that the guy from Star Wars and Is he
Yes,
the older?
yes.
Okay, yeah,
He
that's
is in
angry.
Star Wars.
Yeah, so on X he is Angry Appa. Evan and
Is
I.
he really? That's amazing.
Yes, because
Okay.
well, Appa is Korean for father. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
So on X he is Angry Appa. He follows me. I follow him. Evan and I know. I was like, oh my gosh. And he follows Evan. We first saw him on Kim's Convenience, a Canadian sitcom, and it's on Netflix as well now, and it's the whole series. But yeah, no, he's fantastic. He is a funny guy. I'm like, we're the Max over here. We're Marks for Angry Appa. So I was like, I was hoping that's who you were saying. Makes sense because he is a great, like he has great comedic timing. He can act. He can, you know what I mean. I feel like he can do it all. So
Yeah, and the reason he's the best is because he's by far the oldest.
yeah,
So he has the experience. So it's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I will finish the series, and my basic uh oh my god, I'm losing my words. My basic thing is it's good, but room for improvement.
Well, of course. I mean, all live actions there's always going to be some
Yes, but if I'm to
criticism.
compare it to say
Of
One
course.
Piece, One Piece has
because
the
a lot of people have loved the new live action One Piece. Like I said, I still
One
have to
Piece
finish
was
it.
pretty damn good. The thing that One Piece has going for it, weirdly enough, is the fact that it is so way more fantastical and goofy.
Mm-hmm.
So the TV-ness of how it is shot
Mm-hmm.
somehow works, and you can go, hey, that's a good try, keep going, but I like it. Avatar is a much more, even though it's fantastical,
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
much more grounded, less silly world, aside from a
Yeah, I could
few
see that.
offhanded
Yeah.
things like Aang is silly and the cabbages guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's one
Mm-hmm.
solitary character in the show, since you haven't watched it,
Mm-hmm.
where he is a no-name character. He's a cabbage
I've heard of
merchant,
him. I've heard of him.
and they destroy his
I've
cabbages.
seen
And this goes, my
yes.
cabbages, and that is very silly.
I've seen
But
his cosplay like numerous times, and I never as well. I just never knew how funny and people enjoy, you know what I mean? It's like I didn't know he was that big a deal, even though he's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, they did a lot of things new. I'm not going to do spoilers, but when they go to the Kyoshi Warriors, it
Mm-hmm.
was very well done. The Kyoshi Warriors looked fantastic. The makeup was great. The armor was great. The actress who plays Suki, it's not
Mm-hmm.
Suki.
Mm-hmm.
Suki is True Blood. Suki.
We're not here to talk about
No, we're
vampires.
not talking about, not yet.
Not yet.
I have words for True Blood. She was great to the point where they changed so many things up. I said to myself, you could just bring her along. Like you could have a fourth person right now. It's fine, but they didn't, and that's probably for the best because I'm dumb. But yeah, Appa looks great.
Mm-hmm.
The costumes look great. Good for improvement. I like what they're doing. I
Mm-hmm.
like a little bit more next season, but all in all, not a bad show.
Okay, see, yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I know a lot of people give any live actions they are. It's when you're an anime fan, it's hard to be non-critical.
We've all been hurt before.
Yes, we have. We've all
Yeah.
been hurt. I
I
mean,
thought the Full Metal Alchemist live action was going to be great from the trailers.
I know because
I
they're actually
lasted
Japanese and stuff. I know.
10 minutes.
I have watched them. I'm
No,
like,
I noped out.
okay, so if y'all can't tell, Heidi here will watch everything, even if
And
it's bad.
I will not.
I'm like, even if it's horrible, I will still be like, okay, that wasn't. I try to look at it at not a lens of my most beloved thing, but that's the thing. Like you can tell when certain things are bad. Like I remember,
And you still watch them.
I still watch it. I remember when that old Dragon Ball Z movie came out, and I was like, this is not gonna be good. I don't even watch Dragon Ball Z, and I knew from look.
That.
I know, yeah. We take another one. We
talk
don't,
about that.
talk about it. It's so horrible. I don't. What? Okay, we're not gonna go into
The
that. That's
Netflix Avatar is like Shakespeare compared to the Dragon Ball Z movie. You watched that crap?
Way back in the day, it's like before we had like YouTube and all this
Oh my
stuff.
god!
I think I might have even seen it in theater. I don't even know.
I think it might have set you back a few years.
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was bad.
Don't look directly at the light. Like,
so I'm like, what's cracking me up is that on my Instagram, I do follow a lot of Filipino accounts, and oh my gosh, like Netflix PH and like all these other accounts that are Filipino based, they are all there. I just was surprised, but see, we back our people. This is what happens. We back our people. They are so excited. Seriously, they are so excited about Avatar. Like apparently, Aang that is playing the character Aang, and I'm not sure you would know who the other kid is, but they were doing tours in the Philippines, and I'm like, people freaking out, like screaming for him and stuff. Like, so it's just, and they're doing commercials. I was like watching all these like Netflix Philippines commercials for Avatar. Like, it's all in English because English is the second language behind all the dialects of Tagalog and stuff.
Okay.
And, so all the commercials are in English, but it is so funny. Like they're so excited about Avatar. So I was like, I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I'm like, it looks good. I'm trying to look at it because I have never watched the anime, so I'm like, I'm going to be going in blind. You know what I mean? I'm going in without bias.
I mean, you could, but you shouldn't. But the one thing that my first sign of issues was that I noticed, hey, in reality, it's at least a little bit the fault of the costumes. It's hard to fight in those costumes because the hand-to-hand combat in that show is not good. For something that is so martial arts based, it is not great, and it needs to be so much better.
Well, and it's like, this is the first season. If they're approved for a second, it probably will get better. You might not be the only one saying that.
No, they're totally. I really hope that that's one of the things that they improve, is that they go, hey, we're renewed for a second season. Everybody goes into training. That would be spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, and you never know too, because they might need better choreographers as well. You never know. Like if people don't, if you're not the only one that thinks it doesn't look great, then they might even hire a whole new stunt choreography team. Well, since we're pretty much midway, if you've continued to listen to our shenanigans, I will now give you the code for @GeekRenaissance.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So no, if you go to Instagram @GeekRenaissance, she has the link in her bio. It's a link tree link, and at the top it's her website, and that's where the code's going to be good. It is all caps SSSS pod. Let me repeat that. SSSS pod, all caps, and that'll get you 15% off. And that that's just the beginning. She gets more business, we might start having exclusive anime trinkets and doodads and all the fun stuff from our podcast.
Love doodads.
I know, I love doodads too. If you ever been to Japan, they love little things because the apartments are little, so they like little trinkets to put places. That was one of our things when we went for the Airbnbs. It was like a note we found from a lot of like vloggers and stuff and people that have traveled. They said that the people that like own their Airbnbs and such, they do like getting small favors from where you're from. So like if you got a tiny, like if you're from New York, get a little teeny tiny like snow globe or a keychain or a magnet. They like that as long as it's little, because then they can keep it and it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Vending machines, man.
I know, right? So @GeekRenaissance, it's 4 S's and a pod. And apparently, Paul, before this podcast, informed me that there's an anime that's 4 S's. So we did that on purpose.
Totally. I meant that. SSSS Gridman.
I was like, what? I was like, of course I had to
Or it
look it
was
up.
Super Sentai Cyber Squad
Oh my
when we
gosh.
were kids. I think that's what it was. And cyber was spelled with an S.
Oh, of course, because it wouldn't work if it was a C.
Super Samurai Cyber Squad? I think that's what it was called.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. But yes,
It
we did that
was-
on purpose.
Won 4 Emmys, 12 Oscars, a Grammy. It was quality TV.
Quality.
Came
Quality.
right after Mighty Max. Came
Oh,
right after Mighty Max.
yes. Oh, so as we move on, when we said earlier, when the good go bad, it did not really mean when the good go bad. We were really just going to bring up things like series that we loved that, we've kind of already talked about it a little bit, when they, kind of shit the bed, or we just lose interest. And, that happens. Sometimes things run its course and you think it should be over. What are ones for you, Paul?
I have 2 that come to mind.
Okay.
And they're 2 for very different reasons.
Okay.
The first one that I want to address is Yu Yu Hakusho, which is by the way, fantastic anime. It is a classic anime. But if you read the manga later on, I don't even know if they made this into the anime, but think of your standard shonen anime where it's one arc, one bad guy, or tournament arcs, so on and so forth. At the very end of this manga, the last saga, the saga before they wrapped it up beautifully. You could have ended right there. And if the story is true, the editors told him, we want you to do another.
Of course, because if it's popular, this is what happens.
And they did the same thing to Toriyama with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But they told him to do another, I believe. And it was a tournament arc of who's going to be the Demon Lord or something to that effect. And I remember reading this, and there was just an entire full page. It was completely black, and there was white text. And the text basically said, everyone that you know who was in this tournament made it to the last tier.
Okay.
So all of it was off screen.
Oh.
Yeah, so this tournament arc was off screen.
Okay.
And they're just like, hey, everybody you know, they won. Congratulations. We're not going to show you. We're not going to show you that they won. They just won.
What?
And then they had a little bit at the end to like finish it up. But that's just such a cheap move.
And this is not anime related, but it's related. So you saying that reminds me of, because I didn't read the Harry Potter books. And I watched all the movies. I love all the movies. But that for me, that reminds me of the one spot after the Triwizard tournament, and the next film, you see the twin brothers, the twin Weasleys, they have a store. And you're like, how do they have a store? And I was like, I didn't know anything. And Veronica, our BFF Veronica, she had to tell me, she was like, oh yeah, they don't tell you this, but after Harry wins the Triwizard tournament, there's a cash prize, and he gives that money to them so that they can open this store. But you don't
know that.
Yeah, you just they just get a store, and you're like, but how? They were in high school. You know what I mean? When you think about it in the movies, you're like, how do they have money for the store?
I thought it was just Weasley elbow grease that
no, because you got to think there's not really 20 of them, but there's a lot of siblings, and they're in that house, and the dad works for the ministry, mom is a housewife, so it's they all have these hand-me-down things, so it's they don't have lots of money. I mean, they make do because they're the Weasleys, but they're here we have this new store.
Could you imagine being the best friend to the boy who lived, the epic wizard who's going to save us all, and he wins a cash prize, and he goes, I'm going to give it to your older brothers.
I mean, yeah, I don't right? I didn't even think about that. That is kind of
run. You're sharing a room with 6 siblings.
Seriously.
What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to give it to your older brother so they can open a shop. And I'm sure it's a shop spelled SHOPPE. Shoppy.
Because again, people are going to correct me, but because I think they dropped out too. It's like, and then they opened that store.
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't
don't.
know that.
That's the thing. It's like they don't tell. I guess they thought we didn't need to know that part. But I'm like, how did they get this store? Like,
Well,
they're
they're
high school
Gryffindor.
kids.
You're obviously Hufflepuff, so you don't pay attention.
Yeah, so
to what they do.
that's how I feel about what you just told me. Oh, everybody just won the tournament. What?
Yep.
But how?
Yeah, and the second one is definitely a contested topic on anime forums and anime in general, which is an anime called Sword Art Online.
Yes, no, I watched the whole thing, the first arc.
Okay, so you saw it. So I very
the
much
second arc, they're like fairies. I watched part of it.
Exactly. So
so that could be one of mine that I just lost interest.
So I went into this and I was all in because hey, you're trapped in a game. Death is real.
Yeah.
You got to beat the game in order to get out.
I loved it because I played World of Warcraft at the time, so I was like, oh my god, it's like being stuck in that, and that would suck.
So there are stakes and there are rules. You know what you need to do to get out of the game. You know that if you F up, you are going to die. Okay? Yeah. And then midway through the first season, they go, F this. the whole thing, we're all going to get out.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into a game where
willingly
death isn't a thing.
Yeah.
It's a completely different skill set, power.
Yes, they're fairies.
Thing. And all the characters that you met, by the way, they're gone.
Well, except for the main two, the couple.
Well, she's in a cage the entire time.
She is. Which is that's right. I forgot.
Problem. She was a badass. And then
she
put her in a literal gilded cage to be rescued.
They caged her feminism.
Oh. And
it's so true. She was badass in the first one.
I was watching it. Like, what are you doing?
That's
and the funny thing is that everyone that I watched after that, which wasn't many, it always suffers from the first half is good, the second half is bad.
Yeah.
Always. Because they're not based on a manga. They're based off of light novels.
Yeah.
So I guess they kind of bounce around. I don't know. I didn't read the light novels.
I didn't. Yeah.
I thought it was a complete cop-out.
Yeah. No, because I think they could have just ended with that. Like, don't even go to fairies. Just end. Like, it should have just. Hey.
I would have not been okay with that either because you just ended and nothing was resolved.
Oh, okay. I thought they did. I thought they.
No,
thought
like she's still like stuck in the game.
No. I mean, before the fairies. I thought everybody got out.
The game.
No, I thought he wins.
No one wins. Everyone gets released.
Yeah, everyone gets released.
Her.
Oh, that's right.
In the game, and that's why he goes into the game to rescue her.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
And it's just bad news bears.
Yeah. Well, see, okay, I'm saying if they didn't trap her in a cage, they could have just ended it with just that. Like, because what makes me laugh, I'm like, hey, Japan, you guys do that all the time with animes. You give one season, you hope for an ending. You might not get an ending, but sometimes you do. Why this? You could have just done this in like 26 episodes. You know what I mean? Just like let it be done.
Yeah, but now Sword Art Online is like this sprawling thing where they have so many seasons. I haven't even tried because I really don't care.
Yep, that's one of them. I forgot all about that. That is there. See, that is what we're talking about. When like I lost interest, and I did not even realize because I forgot all about it until we talked about it right now, and that is when I lost interest in. Yeah, I was gonna say it's weirdly enough, like one of my all-time favorites. I lost interest in the middle, which is Bleach. I was like, I could watch all of it all through the RN cars and, going all through there. But then you get to these bounce and I lost interest. But they brought me back with this 1,000-Year War that came back. I'm enjoying myself. Also, I'm also emotional damaged. But but it did bring me back. But that's the funny thing is I don't even have to watch that bounce area to even care what's happening like right now.
They kind of act like it never happened, and
but
kind of rightfully so.
Yeah, like it's like because they bring back like some RN cars the Quincy's do. So you get some of them. But as I was like, they didn't even bring the bounce. But I was like, you don't need to care about the bounce. Like I lost interest during that part. I'm like, I bought all the DVDs. I have up. I don't know how many. They're in
The
storage.
bouncer Rocky 5. We just act like it doesn't exist.
Exactly. Seriously.
He's punch drunk and he like trains a kid on the street. No, we're just gonna ignore that.
You're just gonna ignore
Go
it.
straight to Creed.
Just for real.
Or Rocky Balboa. And in Rocky Balboa, they go Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, and they skip Rocky 5 in the montage.
Oh my gosh.
So they
I didn't even
literally were just
realize
like,
that.
this didn't happen.
See, guys, this is why Paul's here. He notices the details.
I'm on a pedestal right now, and I don't feel comfortable with that.
No, I need you to notice the details because I don't notice the details like that.
Viewer discretion. Paul notices details, and not all of them are correct.
Again, listen with your discretion. Listen with your discretion. I can't get the right thing that I wanted to say out anyways.
What I say is true and not true at the exact same time.
This podcast is what do they do, that monotone like small voice? They're like, the opinions of Shonen Shojo ShoShow
Yeah,
do not reflect.
We need to have that recorded and just press it because it's gonna happen.
So speaking of animes, I mean, well, that was just our little section of ones that they don't go bad necessarily, but you lose interest. And maybe you didn't lose interest. So we're not judging you if you enjoyed all of Bleach and all of Sword Art Online. Like, so don't fight us.
If you like it. I'm not telling you not to.
That's why I said, I was like, no shaming, no anime shaming here. Lots of people can do that for you. We won't do that for you. Paul can shame me and I can shame him, but that's about it.
Oh, I'll shame you guys. Don't worry. At some point, I'll shame
in
you
a loving manner.
In a loving, brutal fashion.
We just both picked an anime that we think that you should watch. If you've never watched it, it's old. It's from back in our day. It's one of those that we think you should watch. What is yours? What is yours, Paul?
The one that we decided on, because we were just having a conversation and you had no idea about it, was anime called Tenchi Muyo.
Yes, I didn't know anything about it. Anything at all.
I became first aware of when it started on Toonami, which is not the normal case for anime on Toonami. I was normally aware of anime on Toonami before it came on Toonami. I did not know about Tenchi. Tenchi, the reason we picked this pretty much is that Tenchi is, aside from Ranma 1/2 and other works of that type, it's one of the first harem animes. Not only is it one of the
crazy.
Not only is it one of the first harem animes, but it's also kind of a shonen anime at the same time, and also a very female-centric shoujo.
Yes, I looked it up and I was like, "What is this?"
From my friend group, the people who love Tenchi Muyo the most are female. That is a generalization.
And didn't you tell me that is that where the original like quote unquote waifu is?
No. That was
something else.
I forget his name. It's skipping my mind.
Okay, sorry, I was confusing our conversations.
There's a character named Lum. She has green hair and a animal print bikini, and that's, I mean, it's up for debate, but like that's like the first waifu. But there's a character in it, Ryoko, which is, I never got it, but a lot of people think that she is a waifu. She is an alien demon thing. Okay, let me just start over. Tenchi Muyo. He's in a temple with his father, which I believe doubles as a bathhouse. One day he goes into a cave and finds a thing where an ancient demon used to be. That demon is the Ryoko character. And then he awakens her. She has the hots for him because of course she does.
Of course she does. Why not?
And out of nowhere, all these other space people start showing up. There is a space princess who, by the way, He also has space lineage, which
I
is
mean, why
on
would he
his
not?
mother's side, which his father knew about.
This
There
is
are
like a J drama.
Yeah, there are two space police officers trying to take in Ryoko. There is a mad scientist. There is a little sister character. There is a cabot, which is a cat and a rabbit combined, who
Oh,
also
oh,
turns into a spaceship that they
uh,
all
oh.
ride in. Yeah,
Well, guys, if you don't want to
anime.
watch it now,
Yeah,
because now I want to watch it for the cabot.
and the reason we wanted to bring it up is because out of all of the Toonami shows, this is one that at least the newer generation kind of sleeps on.
Hmm.
I believe that it goes from a harem anime where everybody likes Tenchi to he has a lightsaber in space and he's got this outfit with such, as the kids say, drip. It
It
is
drips. It
he has
drips.
ribbons that are just levitating.
If you have a lightsaber, you drip
But
anyways.
no, the lightsaber is just an accoutrement.
The accoutrement.
Yeah, it's really the ribbons all over his outfit that are just levitating like there's no gravity whatsoever, and he's just like, I look awesome. And
I'm excited. I'm
there's
gonna
a
watch it.
little of everything for everybody, and I think if people gave it a shot, and this is me saying it, not watching it for 20 years, you would probably enjoy it.
Yeah, I say I will give all things a chance. See, I love you. Like you're so much more in depth. Like my retro rewind is Hellsing, and I just want to be like vampires and go.
Wasn't it cool when he blew that guy up with the gun?
Oh my gosh, no, I love the gun girl. See, like I don't know no names anymore. I don't. I'm just like like Helsing is
Celia or
well, yeah, Van Helsing, and then Alucard. Alucard is the original vampire. I mean, it's dark, it's creepy, like it's gothic, and there's just lots of blood and lots of blowing, like just supernatural stuff. And I'm like, I think I own it. I'm pretty sure I own it. It's somewhere in my DVD sets. But I know they did Helsing and then Helsing Ultimate, which I feel like is kind of like Full
it's
Metal and
better.
Full Metal Brotherhood. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
correct. And Walter was my favorite character, who was
Oh
the butler
yeah,
with
the
the
Butler. Oh,
strings.
with the strings. Oh my gosh.
And they did him weird. And not gonna
Oh,
lie,
I forgot. It's been a long time since I watched it, but
well,
I'll watch like episodes in the background all the time. But yeah, I
it was
love
a
Hellsing.
very, very dark anime. I remember back when I downloaded anime completely legally.
That's right. Legally, everyone.
I
Legally.
downloaded it. This is on a dial-up. It took about a week
Was
and a
it?
half for it to download, and it was all Portuguese subtitles.
That is so weird.
And I can't watch this. Okay.
Yeah, we don't understand Portuguese. Apologies. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, no, Helsing. I mean, I forget if I first saw it on Sci-Fi Channel or Toonami. I don't remember because I know they put Ultimate on Toonami,
I know
but
they put what about Adult Swim?
hmm?
Adult Swim?
Yeah, they did have it on Adult Swim.
I thought so.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, because I couldn't remember where I first saw it, and then when I started going to conventions, and I started seeing, I was like, oh, now I can like buy it, and once all of our technology caught up to us, we were able to buy it legally. We all, but
Yes.
legally.
I have every anime streaming site ever now. So,
And that's one of my favorite things is when I go now, I can still get Helsing merch. Like
ooh,
yeah, like a year ago, I bought like an artist print that I'm obsessed with, and I always have it hanging in my office. So it's one of my favorite animes. He's so badass. He's Alucard's like, yeah, I know these vampires are here. I know I originated from it, but they all suck, and I'm gonna destroy them all because they're not me, and I'm the best, and I'm gonna help the good guys. So I love it. I love it. Okay, so I know this is an anime podcast, but I mean, and we're just gonna be all talking about anime, but it doesn't mean that we are biased to only Japanese animation. I mean, I watch all animation. So I'm wondering, does anime skew your view of like Western animation? Because it doesn't for me. But I mean, I probably don't like certain things as much, but yeah. Does it skew yours? Skew your
Yes,
view? Yeah.
very much so.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, yeah. Hanna-Barbera can go suck it.
Don't do that! No,
No,
he's like
no,
a cornerstone of
sorry.
America.
One day I'll use my big boy words. No, I mean, yeah. When you look at uh anime, like there are some really crappy animes with really
Yeah.
horrible animation, but when you look at anime as a whole, it does something that really only up until recently Disney
Hmm.
did.
Yeah.
Sure, you had your Anastasias, you had your Fern
Hmm.
Gullies where they were
Hmm.
trying to do some sort of animation, but Hanna-Barbera, for instance, which is like their heads
Them
move,
fighting
their
words.
bodies don't. It's very cheap.
Well, because it's back in the day. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
totally. Oh my god.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
I am not when I draw a sun in a picture, it has sunglasses. I am not throwing shade. I
yeah.
cannot draw.
Is
Um
wait, isn't Johnny Bravo Hanna-Barbera?
I think
I think
later
it
on
is.
Hanna-Barbera, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do not I never watched
yeah.
Johnny Bravo, but I have
Oh,
respect for
really?
Johnny. Yeah,
Okay,
I
you have
was
respect. Okay.
slightly above the age range for Johnny Bravo.
Oh, I still watched it at the time. I liked like
It's kind of like
I mean,
SpongeBob. Like SpongeBob, people were like, "You don't watch SpongeBob?" I was like, "No, I was too old for SpongeBob,
yeah,
and I didn't
same.
smoke weed
Yeah, same,
while
same,
watching
same.
SpongeBob." So
Yeah, same. You know, and the funny thing is, like, I like Johnny Bravo, but if it was an anime, I don't think I would watch it.
I'd watch that.
No, but I mean, no, if you didn't change
Oh
the
well,
animation, you know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't Johnny Bravo, but it was that animation, I probably would not watch it.
yeah, but also Space Dandy. If you want to see Johnny Bravo as an anime character,
Oh my
watch
gosh.
Space Dandy.
Oh my gosh.
Super great.
I'm like, yeah, because like I love most Disney things. So like, and that's totally different animation. And also, you know, when they do Pixar, like I usually like that stuff. There's an era of Disney that I don't like because I don't like the way the characters look. And it's like the Hercules and Atlantis thing. Like it's
Ooh.
like a weird, like squarish Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
it's like right after the Renaissance.
yeah, they start getting this weird, like angular, sharp angles on. I didn't like it.
Well, first off, we need to just address Hercules for a second and say
No, but
that
I mean, I
even though
still watch them, but they're not my favorites at all.
Hercules was not the best movie, the Gospel Truth
Oh
all
no, that is like
uses,
one of the, oh my
they
gosh,
need
yeah.
to be in every Disney movie
Oh no, that is
ever.
like one of the best songs
I don't
ever.
care if it takes place
I know
present day.
people,
They need to have
Disney
one
people are gonna
song.
hate me, but I'm like, because I'm like, don't, no, no, I do love my Disney guys. I do love my Disney. There's just certain I am maybe it is because of anime, but certain animation I just do not like. Like I can't get into Big Mouth. I know people love that show. I just can't get
Uh,
into the animation. It's
y-
and
I've tried. I watched a
yeah.
few seasons of Big Mouth, and it wasn't necessarily the animation that turned me away. It was the fact that it was the same thing. Oh, it was just dirty
Uh,
jokes.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard the dirty joke. Like that's what it is. So yeah, it's for me. It's more the animation, and I think BoJack Horseman. I'm not like into that animation either. There's just certain. It's like I have to like, and that might be because I'm obsessed with anime. It might be why that I'm like more. I am more visually hard on Western animation.
Well, I think because the things like BoJack Horseman, they aren't really like, and like say, I mean, Bob's Burgers isn't as deep as BoJack Horseman, but
Hmm.
BoJack Horseman is more focused on plot and story structure and
Mm,
themes and messaging.
yeah.
They're not trying to,
I just like, and the thing is, but I'm not even gonna even look at it because of the way it looks.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, it probably, I mean, I know people like that thing. I mean, I know people like these shows. I know, like, hey, please enjoy your shows. Please enjoy. I just, yeah, it's just not, it's not visually appeasing to the eye for me.
I mean, full disclosure, I never watched BoJack Horseman. I was told I would love BoJack
Oh,
Horseman.
really? I have no
Oh,
idea.
have you watched it?
No, I told you, I didn't know.
Not at all.
Maybe like a clip. because I had friends that liked it, but I didn't. Again, I don't care for
But
it
I mean,
because of the
like,
animation.
it's really not a apples to oranges compare. Well, I mean, it's not a fair comparison because you get something like Shin-chan. Shin-chan is this little gremlin of a
Oh
child,
yes, I've watched that.
and that's not great
It's
animation, but
not.
it is popular as
It
hell.
is very no. It's because it's ugly cute. Japanese and Korean culture, there's things that like ugly cute. They have words for it, and they love certain things that are like ugly cute, and that's exactly what Shin Chan is. He's ugly cute,
The
but that
Japanese word for ugly cute is Paul.
Stop.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
Stupid. I hate you.
Hey, lady.
I can't. I was not. She wasn't ready. So dumb. There is a word that is not correct. Okay, I will not let my friend bash himself.
Until you look it up at some point later date, it's now my name.
I mean, I don't know what it is in Korean, but there is a word in Japanese and it's not Paul. So, but yes, no, Shin-chan is ugly cute. I think that's why they like it. So it is super popular. I also don't understand either. I don't get it because it's not. There's something also. There's one on Netflix that I don't like the anime. That's anime, and I don't like the animation. I might give it a try though, but it's the something lives alone. Little kid. Oh my gosh, I should know this. I'm bad again, people. I told you I'm bad with names. Don't come for me for names.
Do you feel the Googling? It's Googling right now.
Yeah, you're gonna hear the clicks because I have to do it. Anime and lives alone. It's gonna come up. Kotaro.
To be left
Kotaro.
alone.
Kotaro lives alone. Kotaro lives alone.
Horror lives alone.
Yes, I'm not a big fan of the animation, but it looks cute. He's literally a little kid. He like lives alone. I don't know the whole story, but the neighbor like he's an adult and like helps take care of him because he was like, well, crap, I don't want to be a crappy adult and leave this kid to his own devices. Like I need to help him. So I saw like a trailer, but I don't like the anime style. But he's kind of like ugly cute. But I mean, in Japan, he might be just cute to them. So I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But yeah, so we, our views might be a little skewed because of anime. And I'm like, talk to us in comments, tell us, you can message me. You might have the same opinions, let us know. And the way we'll end today then is what we're watching now, because we've been kind of talking about that. That's how we're going to end the show today is what we're watching. So what are you?
Start.
I'll start. I've been, I put a lot of stuff on in the background, but when I sit and watch is a different story. So I don't always put on the animes that I've had on my list and stuff. But I just realized everything that I'm watching is on Netflix. I didn't even try that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't even try that. I was like, oh yeah, they are all on Netflix. So
that is known as Netflix jail for a lot of things because
I've heard that.
Yeah,
Like,
Netflix and Hulu are playing some, and I think Disney Plus in some regions are playing some really weird games with anime. So,
well, I know Netflix
working on you.
Yeah, it is. Netflix has their own like anime division in Japan. So, and in the United States, like that they work side by side.
Yeah, well, they do Netflix originals.
Yeah, no, some of them I really like. There was one years ago called Agent, and I loved it.
What is it called?
Agent. I might be saying it wrong. It's AJIN. It's really dark, and it's gory. That's a mature anime. Kids don't watch it. Wait till you're a teenager. But yeah, that one I like that one. Then there was another one, also again dark. They were going through like this because they were mixing like a lot of more like computerized looking animes. So I forget what the other one was called, but it was in space with these creatures like that look humanoid. I don't know. They had to fight them. Like I think Earth is gone, so they're living on a space station of some sort. I don't know, but it was really good too. I enjoyed that one as well. But okay, that's not what I'm watching now. So those are ones I watched before.
Back to the program.
Back to the program. We talked about it last week. It was in that 10 list on comic.com and Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh yay!
Yeah, no, it's adorable. I think it's adorable. I'm enjoying it. It's silly. there is a serious aspect of they are looking for his sister that has been eaten by a dragon, but that's like you forget it almost until they mention it every time.
I never forget. That sister is in the dragon's stomach the entire
The
time you're
whole
having
time.
oysters.
Oh my gosh, when they're eating and grilling and
Oh, the salt is divine on these
oh my gosh,
oysters. Your sister is in a
yes,
dragon.
that being digested, like waiting for you to save her. But I do love because I didn't realize that the dungeon was going to be like if you're in a game, like it's like their real life. But if you die in a dungeon, you can come back to life. Like if you're playing Diablo or World of Warcraft or something like that. Like if you go in a dungeon and you die, you just reincarnate. Like as long as they bring your body out. And I was like,
Is
oh.
that the rules? Because I think it's like somebody did a spell and they all transported out.
No, they have body. They have body people that come in. They have. They said in a couple episodes where people come in and collect bodies. And
Yeah, but they're dead.
Yeah, but when they bring them out, they resurrect them.
Do they? Because I missed
Yeah.
that part. If they do.
Yeah. So because if you don't realize it, there is a group that's like kind of like not even they don't even realize it that they're racing them to the bottom of the dungeon, and they've died like 3 times.
How far are you into this?
All the way that's to available.
Oh, so you're way ahead of me. Okay.
Oh, and you probably don't even realize it.
I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm definitely not. I didn't finish it.
Yeah. So no, it's like you can resurrect. Like so, the dungeons are like if you were in World of Warcraft or Diablo playing in a dungeon where if you died, you can be resurrected.
Oh, okay.
So that is why they're trying to get to the sister, because if she gets digested, then she is dead for good.
What? That doesn't make sense.
No, it's like so there's certain things like so there's ghosts in there. If the ghosts take over your body, to possess, if they possess a body, you're also super dead. Like you can't be resurrected because they need your body to resurrect you.
You would think that if
it's because of the body. If your body stays in the dungeon, you do not resurrect. That's why they have people come in to grab bodies.
Because I was gonna say, like, you could just Leroy Jenkins your way into that.
No. So that's how they get around this. Is that that's why they have body collectors. Body collectors come into the dungeons, bring the bodies out. That's how they get resurrected. But if you're stuck, if your body stays in the dungeon, you are dead. Like somebody has to resurrect you. So if you I know that. So that's what I'm saying. You forget these dark little parts because you start focusing on them cooking monsters and eating delicious food.
Delightfully.
Yes, delightfully. It's actually, like I said, I'm entertained. I enjoyed it. So that one's like brand new. They still have episodes coming out. The one that's older that I'm watching is I love The Way of the House Husband. I didn't even know there was a second season that came out.
Oh,
and I love it so much. And there were super short episodes. This is also if there was a parallel universe, this is the life that I'd want for Paul.
You said that. I have not watched it, and I'm intrigued on what you mean by it.
Yes, you have to watch it because because Paul is a great chef. I'm like, I think he would make a great house husband.
I'm okay, guys. I'm okay.
No, I don't care. As a friend, I think he makes delicious food. And when I watch this, I'm just like, yes, Paul needs to support a powerful female in Japan and do the way of the house husband. And it's just so funny because he's ex-Yakuza and they compare things he does in the house to being a Yakuza. Like one of the episodes, I think it might even be the pilot, where a knife salesman comes, but he when he opens the door, his apron has all this blood on him, and he's already got a knife in his hand, and it looks like he killed somebody because he looks like a Yakuza. But the knife guy comes in and still tries to sell it to him, and I think red wine spilled on his apron, and he's cooking, so that's why he had but he just looks like he's gonna kill you, or he's butchering someone. Yeah,
we have a Three's Company misunderstanding coming on.
It's so cute and funny. So that's I'm like, if you have a moment, I think non-anime fans would think it's funny. That's why I was like, I'm trying to get other people to watch it.
I've heard good things.
Mm-hmm. And the other one is Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Again, it's funny. I guess I enjoy to laugh a lot because it's the end of the world. It's the apocalypse. There's zombies. You're in Tokyo, and you know what? He's like, well, until we all turn into zombies, he's like, I'm gonna have a bucket list of things I want to do. And he finds his best friend and they travel like all over Tokyo, like rescuing
I've
people
seen
and
a
doing
few of
stuff.
those.
Yeah, I love it. They did do a live action movie.
Did they
In
really?
Yeah, in Japan. It's on Netflix. I had no idea. I
Huh.
watched. Yeah, I watched it. It's
Is it as
literally
colorful?
it is. It like
Huh.
it's fun too. And they pretty much the movie is pretty much just like the first and second episode basically because that's what they do.
Yeah.
They can't unless they make an episodic show, they can't do that. So but yeah, it was so, like the live I wasn't mad. I mean, it was in Japan. They do a pretty good like accurate depiction of the anime. I think they changed, like I said, they tweaked a little bit. But I mean, it's a zombie movie and it's a funny zombie movie, like Shaun of the Dead kind of thing. Like it's funny. They're
Yes.
scary. The zombies are, I mean, for the live action, the
It gets
zombies are
dark.
scary. I'm sorry, they are scary.
They're running zombies. Well,
Yeah.
no.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's running and jumping.
There's no messing
Yeah.
with running zombies,
Yeah.
which makes
Uh,
this kid even more insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That it's incredible. Yeah. So, but no, it's yeah, the live action was fun, but the anime is fun. They just, I think the new episodes, released maybe a month or so ago because I got up to date on where it's at the moment. Because I didn't know they were going to keep going, and then because yeah, so
The reason
there,
I stopped is because there was a halt in production.
yes,
So
but
I stopped
there's
at
more
that,
now.
around that point. Yeah, and I meant to go back and watch some more, but like it was a good show.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
fun.
it was surprisingly fun,
Mm-hmm.
surprisingly colorful. I
Mm-hmm.
liked all the characters in it.
Mm-hmm.
Slight spoilers: the shark zombie with the
Oh
divers
yes,
inside
they
was
do that in the movie.
oh my
Yes,
god!
yes.
I
It's
need to see that.
actually, yeah, no, I'm telling you, to me, I mean, again, you're going to be a little more critical than I am, but I think,
Yes, I am.
yes, but I think like because you've watched it, it is goofy. So when you watch the movie, keep anime eyes in your brain. And I'm like, it's still like the shark zombie thing looked legit. Like it scared, I was like, I would not want that running after me. Like, yeah.
I would bet that I will keep the anime eyes in
Yeah,
my
keep
head.
anime eyes in your
I will definitely do that.
because I'm like, do not make the movie serious. Because I'm like, but I think they did a good job creating it. Like, because I was like, they do that in the movie, the zombie thing. I was like,
I saw that in the anime. See, that's how Heidi is. Heidi is like so like I saw that in the other thing. I am so entertained.
I was. Okay, so if you want to be like me, watch it. Don't be like Paul. That's gonna
Don't be
be
like me. Don't be
that's
ugly
gonna
cute.
that's gonna be the themes of the Shonen Shojo ShoShow.
Yes.
Don't be like Paul.
Don't be like Paul.
Okay, so what are you watching right now?
So I have two that we wrote down. And I'll mention two really quickly because I haven't really gotten too far into it. The first one, so I've been watching Solo Leveling, which is a Korean manhwa.
Mm-hmm.
And the
it's a
other
webtoon, whenever it's
the other one that I was going to watch because I heard of it before Solo Leveling was Link Click. Link, have you heard of this?
I don't know.
Link Click is a Japanese manhwa. It's about
Japanese manga. You said Japanese.
No, I'm sorry, Korean
manhwa. Okay.
Where I'm not too far in, but one guy can send another guy back into the past through photos, and he has to embody a person, be them for a short amount of time to change the past.
Oh,
and when I'm watching this, I'm just going, when I'm watching this, I'm just going, this is Quantum Leap with extra steps. And it's good, but I keep doing this thing where like they'll be doing something, I'll look away for a second, and I will be completely confused on what they're doing again. So it's one of those things where I have to actually pay very, very close attention.
There are some anime for sure. There are definitely animes that you can just like kind of listen and watch like peripheral, and you're like, oh, I got the whole thing, I got the whole gist. And then there's more in-depth ones where you're like, if you look away for a second, you're like, oh crap. So I know that, completely.
I forget what the second one. I forget what the second one I was gonna bring up very quickly. So I'll just move on to my main ones. I am watching Freerun.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to know about that one.
So Frieren is a very slow-paced anime. The main character, Frieren, is an elf, and she was part of the heroes party that basically saved the world. They defeated the Demon
Ah,
King. And the
defeating the Demon
premise,
King is good.
yeah, and that's the first episode.
Oh, okay.
And the premise of the show is that she lives for thousands of years, but all her party mates don't live that long. So when they all
Oh.
part from this mission,
Mm-hmm.
she goes off and does her thing for
You know,
years and
lives
years
her
and
best
years,
life. Mm-hmm.
and she comes back and they're all old. And
Oh.
the basically the warrior of the party, that like the
Mm-hmm.
white
The
knight,
tank. Yeah.
yeah, he dies. And when he
Oh.
dies, she realizes, I could have spent so much more time knowing this person.
Oh.
So the story is her just going off on her journey
I'm like,
and
that made me sad.
yeah, right.
I'm
It's
like,
it's kind of like
oh.
that.
I know. I was like,
She's
that just made me
she
sad.
goes off and she starts meeting new people and having more experiences and really trying to absorb the humanity in everyone. And it's not an action-packed anime. If you want an anime which is fantasy based, which is not an isekai, it is just a fantasy world. No one's getting transported anywhere.
Mm.
Um, that's the premise of it. There are really great action pieces to it, and the animation is spectacular. It's just that it's a
Spectacular.
slow burn. Don't go into it thinking that you're going to get rocked.
Okay. Yeah.
Most episodes, you're like, well, they had some soup
Yeah.
and it was lovely, and the purple haired girl got mad at the red haired guy. It's delightful. It's a nice little chicken soup for the soul type
Okay, so that's
anime.
like, I feel like that's like, if you're off school because you're sick laying in bed, why don't you put that on and watch it while you just, relax? Is it like, even though it sounds kind of sad at the beginning, but
Yeah,
like, because you said it's a slow burn. So I'm like, when you want to chill, have some tea, light a candle,
yeah,
put on Freeman.
sure, why not? Do everything that she says. Don't listen to me ever. The second one that I'm getting into is Trigun Stampede. Trigun Stampede came out about a year or so ago.
Mm,
It is a remake of the anime, which was a manga beforehand.
yes, I remember
Um,
Trigun.
the anime itself, it is the younger brother of Cowboy Bebop, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I remember I'd have to rewatch the original Trigun, but I liked it when I did watch
It
it.
was a pretty damn good
It was very
anime.
popular.
It
Yeah, I
was
remember.
very much overshadowed by Cowboy Bebop and
Hmm.
also
Hmm.
um, Outlaw Star, which
Hmm.
took the space cowboy thing
Hmm.
kind of away from it. But Trigun was great on its own.
Is
The
Stampede like is it Brotherhood? Is it re?
so I'm getting to that. So
Okay.
so the anime only had one season. It
Hmm.
really only got into a little bit of the manga. Side note, the manga I actually read, and it's almost unreadable to me because in manga you want to know where everybody is in the room. You want to know
Hmm.
what way they're throwing a punch. You want to know
Hmm.
what way they're firing a gun.
Hmm.
The Trigun manga is like blam blam blam, bam bam bam, blah, and it's half sound
Could
effects
could you do that
and
again?
blasts and booms to the point where I couldn't read it. I didn't know what was going on,
Yeah, because it's just sound effects on every
but I knew
panel.
beneath all the Michael Bayness of it all, there was a good story.
Hmm. Hmm.
This anime isn't necessarily following that book. It's actually
Mm.
taking a new take on that anime and changing it a little bit to the point where it's familiar but new.
Hmm.
I'm watching this almost with new eyes because I reckon, like, there is a character where
I would be because I don't even remember Trigun, so I would
there
be
are
definitely watching
4
it.
basic main protagonists in the original anime.
Hmm. Hmm.
3 of them are in this. The other one doesn't exist.
Oh.
He has a like it's kind of like it just seems like a very loose interpretation of the manga. The other hot topic is that it is 3D. It is not 2D.
Oh.
So people feel a certain way about it.
Oh.
However, I feel that this anime does the 3D anime the best that I've
Interesting.
seen, aside from the newest Dragon Ball Super movie, Superhero. I didn't
Is this
mind that
what
either.
I was talking about with kind of like their with anime like playing with like more like the computer generated like look?
Yes.
Okay, because that's what I was like Netflix. Like I guess okay, I didn't realize that was like a different type of style because that's what a lot of their other animes that I was talking about are like that. Like there's like some newer Godzilla ones that are like that, and I feel like the new I talked about it last time was the new Pacific Rim anime. It's like I feel like it's like that interesting 3D instead of 2D look to the anime. So I know
Wait,
I
what
think
anime were you talking about? Pacific Rim anime?
yeah, there's a Pacific Rim anime
I
on.
got like one episode into that.
Oh,
I
I loved it.
stopped. Oh
And
my god, ew. I
I told
couldn't.
you,
Okay, see,
I'm a
like
Pacific Rim mark.
I'm saying, oh, this anime has 3D. It's not so bad. And you're, I know one. It's this anime, and like trash,
Oh, stop! And there's
trash.
Godzilla lineage one too, like where we lost, and we're like Godzilla has taken over the entire Earth, so it's like that same look. But yeah, no, I'm gonna watch Trigun. I'm gonna look that up. The Trigun Stampede.
Yeah, I put it off for a while, and I'm rewatching because I have nothing to do. And it was rather good. It was rather good. I very much enjoyed it.
Well, I hope you all enjoy it as well. Go ahead, go out there, get out into the anime world and watch it if you haven't. If you're listening to us, you probably have. I don't know. You know, we're here, we're talking. I hope you had a good time. It's because we've run its course for episode
Yes, we
2.
have. I hope I sound better than last time.
I think so. I think we did. I think we worked out some kinks. It's gonna
We
just
had a
get
little
better.
boo boo.
Yeah, it's just gonna get better every time. Again, sometimes we'll go live on YouTube. That'll
This
be
is
on.
not my final form.
This is not our final form.
No.
But yeah, it'll be on Evan Mac's YouTube channel when we go live. And again, check out our sponsor at Geek Renaissance. Go to her Instagram. Go to the link in her bio, and go to her website, and then put in our code SSSS Pod, all caps, for 15% off.
Hooray.
So thanks for joining us, and come back again.
Do the thing.
This is when we become delirious, y'all. We'll just start doing voices. I can't do any voices off the top of my head. They just come to me.
She's on her own there. I'm not going to do voices.
You just did one.
That's how I sound all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you for joining us on the Shonen Shojo ShoShow. We'll see you next time. And next time, I don't know. I don't know what we'll be talking about, but I might be out there. I might be out on the ground. Look for me out in the real world.
In the streets, teletype.
Be out on the streets. Shonen Shojo ShoShow out in the show. That didn't even make sense. I suck.
It doesn't.
I was trying
Your head.
I was trying to get another S and it didn't work. Did not work. Sorry. Next time. I don't have a rundown of next time. I wish maybe we'll do that for the next show. So next time on Shonen Shojo ShoShow.
Sure, why not?
We fly by the seat of our pants, y'all. All right.
Crazy.
We're out. Bye.